Like the last time I was there, like I don't know. The first thing I saw that was a renovated space was like the movie theater remodel.
Okay.
Like at Cineplex Auditorium.
Okay, perfect. And most of our research, although it comes from the basic science, but then at the end of the day, will be applied to different neurological disorders. Louder? Oh, yeah, sure. So, yeah, I mean, as I mentioned, the most of our basic research with mathematical neuroscience will be applied to development of new, well, our hope is to develop new therapies for different neurological disorders. Here, at least at the KCN Hub, the focus is on Alzheimer's, epilepsy, and Parkinson's disease. Okay. And so at the KCN Hub, this is us for now. We have 6 core and affiliated members. Dr. Francis Skinner, Dr. Mauricio De Pita, Dr. Tawfiq Valiante. We are all together with myself. So this is me 7 years ago. So we are here, actually the next door here. And so this institute is connected to Cherno Western Hospital. Dr. Luka Milosevic is doing deep brain stimulation for patients with Parkinson's disease. So he's at the Cherno Western Hospital movement disorder section. And Dr. Jeremy Lefebvre, he was here. I'll show you the history very quickly, but he's right now is associate professor in Ottawa University. University of Ottawa. And so this is the actual kind of how it evolved. So at very early ages, 2002, Dr. Skinner was here alone, makes computational neuroscience group. And then when we had our, under the leadership of the Dr. Don Weaver in 2013, the director of the institute, then it was more kind of opening for people with computational neuroscience backgrounds. And this is where we had Dr. Jeremy Lefebvre actually hired. And then we had the big computational neuroscience workshop, the CNS, in 2016, and then continue with some seminars. And then late 2018, I joined. And then we also had Dr. Tawfiq Valiante and Luca. I mean, they were here, but then they had the affiliation with KCN Hub as well. And then we had the official start of the KCN Hub. I mean, I have the slide for that, but this is our actual website, all the events, everything's there. And then Dr. De Pita joined, and now under the leadership of new director, Dr. Jackie Penn, means we also have, or we hope for growing the computational neuroscience group at the KCN Hub. And KCN Hub is a part of the Krembil Research Institute, this building, and with many more trainees, PIs, staff, and other kind of researchers. And the Krembil Research Institute is a little bit complicated, but itself has three sub whatever institutes. One of them is the Krembil Brain Institute. Our KCM Hub is a part of the Krembil Brain Institute. And then we have Schroeder Arthritis Institute and Donald K. Johnson Eye Institute. And then you're here on the fourth floor. This is the research institute. This is the journal Western Hospital. Okay, and at the Krembil Brain Institute, we have major kind of expertise broken down in three major departments: brain, imaging and behavior, clinical and computational neuroscience, and almost all the core members of the KCN Hub are within this clinical computational neuroscience. And then we have experimental and translational neuroscience as well. And then all the research here, well, the hope is to be applied to different kind of areas like movement disorders, neurodegeneration and aging, neurovascular disorders and stroke, spine disorders, neuro-oncology, and epilepsy, concussion, pain, and Parkinson's is part of the movement disorders. And Toronto Western is one of the biggest in the number of patients with movement disorders in the whole North America. And this is our social media, and this is actually the website. Many information you can find there. And with that, I wanted to thank you, and also thanks for coming and joining for this brain hack. And that's all from my end. Good enough.
Yeah, we wanted to thank a lot for inviting us, for booking this room for us, and being our kind of host for these days.
Perfect.
Cool. Okay.
Thank you. I think you don't need
Yeah. No. Good. Thank you. Okay. Cool. Oh, where's our? There we are going into it. Okay. Yeah, I told him to keep it brief. He kept it brief. It's magical. It usually doesn't happen with the PI. Cool. Okay. We did. We fixed it.
Make sure that it's, oh, we haven't shared this.
For sure.
Shared.
Okay. Yeah, in case you missed it, that was Malad Lankani from Krembil Brain. He has his lab is here, obviously in this building. Thank he cut this space. Okay. Oh yeah, I thought that was funny. Does anybody recognize our canonical hacker? Probably not. It was tiny. But that was actually the talk that we streamed last week. That's him as a grad student hacking. So yeah, that's Greg Kerr who actually streamed his talk last week when we were at TMU. That's also Alvisha. I think this is the OHBM hackathon, actually. That's Alvisha. Or not Alvisha, that's Anisha. Anisha, sorry. Yeah, I think they were actually OHBM hackathon chairs in like 1 year. That's one of the OHBM hackathons, actually. Okay, so let's talk about this week. So, okay, now we've spent like 2 weeks kind of planning and learning. And now this week is heavily like pedal to the metal. We're actually going to try to do our projects, get them done. Cool. Oh. There's potentially one there's potentially the option to either go back to a week 2 tutorial that's related to your project or to try one of the week 4 tutorials. I'm gonna guess most people will go with the visualization tutorial, which has a little bit about Python plotting. But okay. Yes, so these are your options for the tutorials. Most people do the data visualization one, which is a little bit about Python plotting. But I also highly recommend, especially if you're getting into your project, you might realize how useful one of the week 2 tutorials was that you didn't realize when you weren't trying to work with the data. Okay, a reminder, this is the breakdown from the syllabus for those who are taking the course for IMS. We did our project presentations and we gave engagement, but the larger 2 pieces are actually contributing to your project and showing they contributed to project by contributing to the project presentation. That's going to be next Friday, so you got a week and a day. So exciting. And then a short report that's due like 2 weeks essentially later, or a little bit later. I think like June 20th. He said, okay. Wait, do I fly on the, no, I fly back on the 20th from Taiwan. I fly back in time to read all your reports. It's gonna be so great. I'm gonna appreciate that so much. Okay. Okay. Okay, so project work is a week. Oh, yes. So, so we do have that says projects 2023. I did not update the slide either. There's a project 2025 channel now on Discord. You can also check out the project 2023 channel for examples of how to create those project threads. But it's a place to create project threads. So you can create little kind of project card threads. We recommend trying to find a cool picture that kind of represents your project and the title, and saying a little bit about your project there to kind of start the discussion. It also helps you you can pull from what you put on your slides a little bit. But it helps create a place for us to kind of see each other's projects and to start discussions about, you can start discussions about projects with your team right underneath those cards. So that lets you create like a discussion space for your project. Okay. Oh, input presentations. We need to create the share folder for your pitch presentations.
Start the GitHub repository for your project on the BrainHack 2025 account, like GitHub. So that it will be easier later
The reports.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although that's really is that really to hold the whole project or just the report? So if the project is something you kind of want to hold on to, you can also kind of fork or clone it into the thing at the end of the course. But so strongly, the reason why we told you to do GitHub first was all your projects should have a GitHub. You should all have the GitHub, and you should all have a GitHub. All your project team members should be a member of it and very much make use of GitHub issues, GitHub tools, GitHub project writing tools to actually figure out how to collaborate with each other, figure out how to contribute and assign tasks. Cool. Okay. Also make the most of what we're calling, they originally called it TA clinic hours. I forget what we're calling it now. Office hours. This is definitely, I'm hoping that everyone tried to already download their data and they're already stuck in some way and they already have a question. We're going to be trying to come around to your project teams and make sure that you're on track. The goal is to get stuck at least to keep going until you get stuck and you have a question at least like 8 times, so that hopefully we have a lot of learning and building that we get done over the course of doing our projects. So every single kind of segment of these next 5 days, we're hoping that you really try to get something done. You really work on it until you're stuck and you really have a question. And then we get you unstuck and then you keep working and you go forward and hopefully you learn very quickly that way. Okay. Oh, there's also a week 2 feedback form that we shared. It's kind of general to the school. I don't know if we have keyword pods. No. Okay. Thank you. Any questions about getting started? Okay. Yeah.
Outlets.
Oh, yes. We need to figure this out. There are outlets on the walls. We might move people closer to the walls.
Now, we should be able to get some more extension or later.
Yes. Oh, there's one extension cord here. We're not using. Do that. Okay. Yes, we also will be try to rearrange this room. So you're like, you see yourselves closer to outlets, get your team in a group. Or your group in a team. Make your group into a team. Okay, yes. Everyone, and then everyone found the guest Wi-Fi, even though I failed to set it up. Okay. Wi-Fi, outlets, feel free to move closer to the walls, to move your tables around, if they're on wheels. Yes. Sure, yes. Do we have watch news?
Trying to find one nearby.
Oh, my wife told me.
Okay,
There
we'll
a
go with,
Kensington one? I feel like there must be a Kensington
we'll
one.
go with your wife's suggestions, because there isn't much nearby.
There's all of Kensington.
Also, for next week, when we're at KMH, we'll do one for KMH, the one from like a staff in our lab, he like made it himself. So we'll
Yeah.
have like handcraft matcha latte, but we will take orders.
Yes.
It
We'll be
will
rating
be-
him against commercial.
It will be
matcha.
free,
Yeah.
but let us know, like, we
Mhm.
will send a survey about
Yeah.
sweetened or like dairy. Foods. Milk, people know.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll try and set up the whole thing. Oh, I need to get Orange Parking Fee. Yes, I also do this weird thing where anybody wants to learn how to work with Krembil, the milk frother. That's also like extra tangent lesson that I tend to provide to everyone. It's module, it's an extra module for coffee. We can figure out how to do matcha lattes. No problem.
Oh, yes, like,
Yes.
he will be doing
You'll be
it,
doing the matcha.
in the
and
kitchen
I'll be
and-
doing milk frothing, we can do matcha latte.
yeah, you can
Yeah.
take a look at it.
Yeah, I like my recipes for things. Yeah, okay. Cause yes, we'll have, we're kind of, so it'll be on the other side of Kansas Market, so pretty much these 2 weeks we're on our side of Kansas Market. So we still have very cool food options.
It's just raining.
It's just rain. Okay. Well, with that, I'm kind of love you guys.
Also, let us know if we haven't marked you for the progress.
Yeah, if you've done a module, we don't know about it. Let us know. But, for record, yeah.